Can you tell me a bit about your song for Europe?
It almost made the last 8 when I last entered it. And I got a lovely letter back from Jonathan King saying, don't give up. I almost made the last 8, but not quite. If I made the last 8 and would have got through, we had a good chance of winning. And I would have performed it. And it wouldn't have bothered me in front of 200-300 million people. I would have got up on that stage and performed it. And I felt that there was no disgrace in going to get singing lessons at all. I mean, it helped me a lot. I mean, I've got a book at home because I speak Italian. It was easy for me to do it and to sing in Italian, and it was a piece of cake.
So can you give us a bit of a rendition?
Not in Italian at the moment, no, not something I can remember, but maybe I can do it with the lyrics. Do it with the lyrics that I've got at home in the book. It's difficult for me to do that part at this particular moment off the cuff because I would need the words to actually give you a decent rendition, but I could do it without me. I'd do it without music because majority of the time.
Last of just a note in a kind of operatic style, how you would have to sing.
Let's think. What was that one that I'm trying to think of? Let's have a go at this. I've done this for a long time.
The end of Nessun Dorma when he goes Vincero.
Oh yeah, that's.
Did you do that?
I don't think that I would even chance that at this particular moment. So what I will do for you is a little bit of, let's see if I can still do it. Ave Maria. How's it go? Let me think. Can we come back to this? Because I've got a little bit of I've got a little bit of tightening in my throat, and it's not nerves. It's not nerves. I haven't done it for a very long. I've sung no opera for such a long time. Let's just have a go. A minute. Ooh, no. No. Can we cut for a second? Cut for a second, Claire. Show business was a nut and a half to crack. It was one of the hardest nuts I ever had to crack, and I had not just competition, but I had people that were trying to stop me. I reached a point. Once I wanted to crack the nut that I couldn't crack after once I did opportunity knocks twice, and I still didn't get through. I was really annoyed because I was told I was going to get through the second time. And I did it at the Crest Hotel in Southampton. I did a really good performance. I used a radio mic, I danced, I didn't close my eyes, I faced everything, and I got a standing ovation. And even the crew from the BBC came over to me and said, Stevie, that was terrific. And I got a letter from Stuart Morris saying, I'm sorry, but no. Well, I applied to Sky. They were doing a talent show on Sky. I never actually ever got a reply. I also applied to New Faces on 2 occasions, and I only got a letter back from Richard Holloway saying thanks, but no thanks. The market in the UK in some respects seems to be very narrow-minded. They're looking for one thing and one thing only. I don't know why. I met Peters and Lee, and I saw them perform at the Inn on the Park quite a few years ago now, and they were great. They were great, but off stage, even though the guy was blind and everything else, he just did not. He didn't want to talk. Didn't want to talk at all. He completely shut himself away. He was there, if you like, not as a puppet on stage, but that's what he did, and that's all he wanted. So I met Renee and Renata. I mean, they knew me as well. The Mallons, the Crankies, oh God, there's loads of them. There are loads. John Inman, people from EastEnders. Adam Faith, I met, and far from disappointed with meeting Adam Faith. You know that you've made it in some respect when somebody gets up and does an impression of you, and Shane Ritchie done me to a T, and the place was in absolute uproar. I've had a lot of jokes played on me. Things that have really and truly upset me is when people have wound me up, they've phoned me up and said they're from record companies and they haven't been. Down at Caesar's Palace, which I performed at as well, which is now gone, it was then turned into the Fisherman's Wharf. Literally, I was singing Help Me Make It Through the Night on the staircase while it was taken up into the ceiling. Now the whole of the West End got to hear about this. They literally elevated the staircase and I went into the ceiling. I was laying flat in it. I thought they were going to kill me, actually, but I took it all light-hearted. You can't do that to anybody and get away with it, because either somebody's going to come on down afterwards and punch you in the face, or they're just going to burst into tears. If you can't accept, you can't take a joke, you shouldn't be in show business. And if you can't take a joke, I think you shouldn't be alive. There's a serious side and a funny side to everybody. Everybody's got two sides to them. People used to say to me, why don't you set yourself up? The joke about Stevie Ocean not being able to sing lost me a lot of work. I was taking, in fact, anything up to about between 5 and 7 milligrams a day, and I was spaced out my mind half the time, which I didn't like at all. And the first opportunity I got, when I sort of wanted to take the reins again, it was through getting, and I'm not ashamed to say this either, because I never had anything like this in my life, and people laugh at things like this, but I had hemorrhoids, and it was through tablets. And on the second occasion that I was injected, I said that was it, no more painkillers, and that was the end of it. And I personally put a stop to it. I mean, I'm not ashamed to admit it. Yes, I've been very close to nervous breakdown several times. People who can't achieve something or haven't got the guts to stand up and be counted and won't put themselves, if you like, if I put it in a nutshell, put their head on the chopping block, they won't do it. They won't stand up and be counted. It's down to them. Last year I was public relations officer for the Jersey Powerboat Club, and I've done a terrific job for them, from the point that they got a grant from tourism this year for £5,000. Didn't treat me very well, but that wasn't the point. I mean, I was a member of the Variety Club of Jersey, and on a technicality they got rid of me. I was also a member of Jersey Artists Money Club for years and years and years, and on a stupid technicality, that was the end of that as well. I mean, criticism, I will accept constructive criticism within reason. And I mean, let's face it, I don't know everything, far from it. You never stop learning. I think that anybody who tells me they know it all should go out and jump off the nearest cliff, because you never know it all. Who wants to know it all? Because if you knew it all, what would be the point? All I wanted at the end of the day was to get a house here, to settle here properly as I wanted to settle, and then to go and tour the world and to do gigs. And it hasn't happened to me, unfortunately, but it might do in the future. We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen. There's been many, many people in the business, they've got depressed and they've turned to the bottle. There's no need for that. There's no need for that at all. Now why? Why can't they be themselves?